Wait, Kalos?
Kalos?
Kalos! Wait, no,
Wait, Kalos, wait a minute.
Before I get into this, I just want to say that my problem is not with Pokemon Legends ZA. Despite the problems that I have with Legends Arceus, I'm actually really excited for this game. With that out of the way, let's jump right into this. So, a little under 2 weeks ago, Pokemon Legends ZA was announced, which means two things. One, Pokemon Twittards have put on their speculatory hats so that they can make ties and come to conclusions that don't exist. And two, Tyranitar Tube has been spewing bullshit out of his mouth ever since the trailer came out, like a diarrhea fire hose. I don't want to dwell on this for too long though, so I'm just gonna start off with the one that made me the most angry reading.
In Pokemon X, Y, and BW, we can find the Scarlet and Violet books. It's very crazy to think that they did this on purpose.
The only thing that's crazy here is honestly how you can be this fucking stupid to believe this is true. Now, don't get me wrong, I do know that they plan these games ahead, and I know that it's not impossible for game devs to plan something this far ahead, but bro, just look at Scarlet and Violet. Did these look like they were 10 years in the making, bro? Do you really think that they had this shit cooked up for as long as you're saying that they did? And I do know that this person could be joking here, but honestly, with how absurd some of the things that Pokemon fans say, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did think this way. And if you do think this way, you're a fucking retard. Once again, I would like to point to the absolute fucking disaster that was Scarlet and Violet. And even if you look past that, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but in XY, you can actually read those books and they mention absolutely nothing of the events that happened in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And on top of that, this is just the general motif of the series, bro. Literally every single game has some sort of involvement with the concept of red versus blue. And would you look at that, both Violet and Purple are a mixture of both red and blue. Wow. How crazy.
Oh my god, guys, they were foreshadowing Scarlet and Violet when they released Sun and Moon because Lunala is purple and the orange is like Scarlet, guys, so this was foreshadowed.
You're a fucking idiot, and your mom definitely used the soft part of your head like an ashtray, like they did in that one Britney Spears gag in Family Guy. I'm gonna derail from the original plan of this video for a bit so I can cover this absolute masterpiece of a tweet from Blaine's. Now, let me get this started by saying I know that this is a joke, but the joke fucking sucks, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Palworld never had Pokemon sweating, bro. Come on now, let's not even kid ourselves. Let's get the most obvious thing out of the way. These aren't even the same genre of game. Like, yeah, there's a monster catching aspect to Palworld, but from what I've seen, it's a completely different style of game from what Pokemon does. So even if that game did like continue to succeed, it's not gonna hurt Pokemon at all. They don't care. On top of that, it's barely even been a full month and this game's player base is already dying down. So shut your half bald ass up, put that cantaloupe head to good use, and think for a second, god damn it. Okay, I really hope that this next one is a joke, but considering all the yapping that they did, and the fact that they actually put the video that they were comparing this to in the side, I've got a sneaking suspicion that they were being dead serious when they typed this out, so let's just get into this. My friend Lumi brought it to my attention that the Talonflame in the PLZA trailer devolves into Fletchling at the end of the trailer. To me, this could mean three things. One, pointing to a gameplay mechanic that allows us to time travel, play, switching between both the future and the past. 2, simply represents that this game is going back into the past of Lumio City, and that's the time that the whole game is set in. 3, it's just a fun Easter egg of the opening scene of Pokemon X and Y to make us fans feel nostalgic. Now, let's just get the main thing out of the way, bro. Come on now. That's clearly just a different Fletchling. This is... oh my god. Your friend Lumi must have a skipping stone smooth brain to think that that was some sort of devolution in motion. And I don't even know what to say for the rest of this tweet, bro. You're reaching so hard. Like, how do you even come up with this nonsense? Both of you niggas are stupid. You're dumb. Pokemon Legends Arceus official trailer probably revealed that there will be 3 core Legends games. There are 3 books with different colors. Probably the green one was for hashtag Pokemon Legends ZA. Yeah, bro, I'm sure that's exactly what they were trying to imply with that little scene right there. Are we just gonna ignore all those books in in the background. I honestly don't have that much else to say about this tweet other than the fact that it looks like he had about as big of a stroke typing it out as I did trying to read it. My girl has been teasing Legends ZA since March 2022, but you all didn't pay attention. Now this tweet on its own wasn't that bad, but then you had some pokey savant in the comments going, all jokes aside, I think the A is just that complete form. Serena's design kinda supports it too, because Zygarde Complete's design is very humanoid and can make an A stance. Bro, genuinely, I'm being so real here. What the fuck does that have to do with like anything? It doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, yes, it can stand in the A pose, which means that it has some sort of significance with the title and it will probably have big story ramifications. Like, nigga, what? And then what do you mean that Serena's design supports it? It's based off of the Pokemon itself. That's how they handle these gay little synergy outfits in Pokemon Masters, whatever game it is. I don't even know how to tackle this because it's just that fucking stupid. Like, how do these people feel comfortable tweeting out this asinine nonsense? Because I just don't understand. Subterranean White Tree in Pokemon XY. Subterranean Crystal Tree in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Some suggest Pokemon Legends ZA implies time travel and possible tie-in with Paradox situation. Yeah, man, let's not pay any mind to the fact that they look nothing alike, and also that tree is just Xerneas in this little resting form or whatever you want to call it. I'm sure that was totally implying that there would be some sort of tie-in with Scarlet and Violet and what's going on there. Now, this tweet on its own was pretty stupid, but then in the replies you have, there's big tree references in Crown Tundra too. Kinda, but that was a legendary spawn point, so it's had its relevance. In XY, it's also a legendary spawn point. So SV, the tree isn't a legendary spawn point, you fucking starfish-brained nincompoop. It is the legendary. I'd argue that the tree in Scarlet and Violet has just about as much relevance as the one in the Crown Tundra, because once you go there for their little story beats, they're effectively useless immediately afterwards, apart from the little Greedent braid battle that you can do with the tree in the Crown Tundra. In fact, the one legendary bird that actually sticks around in the Crown Tundra doesn't even fly around there, so yeah, that tree is pretty much useless. As for the little tree form Xerneas, it has about as much relevance to the plot as the cocoon form of Yveltal does, which is basically none, so yeah, I don't know if this was supposed to be some sort of eureka moment, but you failed. So what's the takeaway from this video? Don't try to make theories on something where there's basically nothing to theorize, or else you're gonna end up looking like an idiot. And also, fuck this guy.